Hello and welcome back. I hope everyone enjoyed all of the breakout sessions, and I hope that you made enough time to go see the posters as well. We had plenty of material there, and you couldn't complain that there is no variety. And the same can be said for the breakout sessions, of course. There is so much content and such a distinct set of areas that I'm sure plenty of content gathered your interest. And if you didn't have time to watch all of them, of course, because these breakout sessions were also parallel tracks, you have the opportunity to go back whenever you have time and watch the recordings. All of this is recorded and available for you. But without any more preamble, let's get on to our next session. In this segment, we will have Bahar Fardanian and Tyler Menezes. Bahar has been with us for quite a bit of time, engaged with the community activities, and of course, she works for LexisNexis Risk Solutions as well. And she has been evangelizing the academic world and even teaching a class in Kennesaw State University. And she has been quite involved with some of the hackathons that we have made, as a matter of fact, with most of them. And Tyler Menezes, he is the founder and organizer and main star of CodeDay. He's been part of this organization for some time. He has helped drive Hpcc systems content into CodeDay. And both Bahar and Tyler will be talking about how companies, how industry deals with hiring nowadays. When there is so much competition across industry of getting the best talent out there and looking for the best students, how hackathons in particular, and this type of activities like CodeDay can help gather the interest of these students and show them the best opportunities for them if this involves, of course, hiring one of the companies that are sponsoring some of these events. So again, no more preamble. Let's get Bahar and Tyler. Welcome, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Flavio. Hello, everyone. I hope we had a great day so far, and welcome to From Hack to Hire. In this session, Tyler and I will be discussing information about hackathons and how it brings industry and academic together. I'm Bahar Fardanian, Technology Evangelist at LexisNexis Risk Solutions. I started my role as Big Data Developer with LexisNexis a few years ago. And during this time, I had the opportunity to work with different teams, which led me to learn about new tools and technologies out there. And now I can bring that experience to my current role, advocating for LexisNexis and Hpcc systems. Now I would like to hand it over to Tyler. Tyler, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. As Bahar said, we're so excited to be with you today to talk to you a little bit about hackathons. So I'm Tyler Menezes. I am the executive director of the nonprofit organization CodeDay. Our mission is to help everyone find a place in tech for them. And to do that, we run these events for students called CodeDays in about over 60 cities around the world for somewhere over 60,000 students who've gone to our events so far. And these are just hackathon style events. So we know a lot about running hackathon style events, and we're excited to share a little bit with you today. So with that in mind, Bahar, I think between you and I, we've said the word hackathon probably 10 times already. What exactly is a hackathon?
Okay, so if you look up the word hackathon, you will get slightly different definitions from different websites. But in simple words, hackathon is a deep dive in technology in a very short period of time. It teaches the students how to collaborate, how to be innovative, and learn about new tools and technologies that are out there. Try to come up with a solution in a press time. And given this is a formal short definition of the hackathon, Tyler, you have done a lot of hackathons around the world. Could you please tell us what you find interesting and valuable in hackathons?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of things that the formal definition doesn't quite cover and that you don't really get until you start to go to these events. One of the biggest ones is just how creative and fun these events are. For a lot of students, they're used to going to classes or workshops, maybe you are as well, where there's sort of these step-by-step guidance on how to do a thing. It's all very clear-cut. It's all very straightforward. And one of the wonderful, amazing things about hackathons is that they're creative and they're fun and they're new. And rather than getting that step-by-step guidance, you're coming up with problems that you want to solve or new ways to use the technology, and you're figuring out how to build something to do that. And that's a really amazing, exciting thing, especially for students who've not had that opportunity to do it before. It's an opportunity for them to put what they've learned into practice, to take all this knowledge they've been gaining over the past however many years of formal schooling and use it to build something practical. And perhaps most importantly, they're really fun. These events are just so cool. They're really high energy. It's a great place for everyone to meet other folks, to start to build their network and to work together to build something cool. So that's a lot of words that I can say about what a hackathon is, but I think it's always better if you just see what it looks like. So I'm going to switch over really quickly to a quick 30-40-second video just to show you some scenes from some of the over 600 code days that we've run so far.
Great video, Tyler. Let me say that I really enjoy their energy level. It always excites me to be part of these hackathons and events like hackathons. To me, it's a learning experience for both sides, people that represent the industry and the students that participate in the hackathon. So thank you.
Great. Yeah, thank you so much. So Bahar, I've talked a lot about what goes into these hackathons, but for you as someone who represents industry here, what are companies usually hoping to gain from these?
Absolutely. So attracting technical talent. During these hackathons, we identify students that are interested in going to the next level, and we recruit them for our internship program, for our full-time positions, research projects, and whatever it is available to us. At the same time, these hackathons gives us a closer view on a student's knowledge and experience level, which helps us with the onboarding process of these students. It shows that which areas we need to focus on so we can bring them up to speed faster.
Yeah, and to give you a really great example of how much students can gain from these events and how much it helps them connect with employers, one of my favorite stories is one of our students at a very early code day. They were a high school dropouts. They didn't even have a high school degree. They were working at Best Buy and didn't really have a lot of experience with the tech industry. But after going to a code day, they got really excited and they just kept going to more and more hackathons throughout the next year. They just kept going to these things. In addition to, again, they were just working at a Best Buy. And a little over a year later, at one of these events, they'd gained so much knowledge that they were standing in line behind someone waiting to get some food and started talking to this person. And it turned out that this was the CTO of the tech company that was hosting the hackathon. And the CTO realized this, this alumni of ours was so experienced that he was like, okay, well, we should really interview you for a job. And this person gradually ended up, working their way up to running the like 100-person R&D team at this company, and now is a really well-respected software engineer. Now, that's a really unusual case. Most people you'll meet at these hackathons are going to be more, the traditional path. They'll have the college, the college experience. They'll be, they'll have all those things checked off. But the sort of experience that students are getting from going to these events can really put them, 1 or 2 steps above anyone that you'd be able to hire directly out of a school. And we found that employers really have gotten a lot out of it.
Yeah, great story. And as you mentioned, we always meet students that have no information about big data. They don't know what big data is about, but after the hackathon or during these events, they show interest and they want to get more involved. And these are the students that we try to get involved with and recruit for our different positions that we have available in the industry. So it's always an amazing experience for us. Tyler, we briefly discussed hackathon industry so far, and your organization happened to be working with many schools. I want to know, what do schools find interesting in hackathons, and why do they get engaged with hackathons?
Yeah, absolutely. So for all of the teachers and professors out there in the audience, why should you be promoting these sort of things to your students as a way to learn, engineering and big data specifically? One of the things that we find when we talk to a lot of employers is that they say that schools are great for teaching a lot of the skills. The students who are coming out of this really do have a lot of the skills they need to succeed in jobs. But the thing that a lot of students are missing is what we think of as the engineering process. So that's when you're given a problem to solve. How do you do that? And that's kind of that process of identifying, really figuring out what the problem actually is, and using debugging to isolate it down to a specific thing. Doing research online or by talking to your peers. Trying things, experimentation, just seeing what works and what doesn't. Verifying that a problem is solved and then documenting it. That entire process is very difficult to teach in the traditional step-by-step sort of way that classes tend to work. And so by going to these hackathons and by encouraging your students to going to these hackathons, what you're doing is making sure that on day one of their first job or their first internship, they're really ready to hit the ground running, and they make the best possible employees. They're more likely to get jobs. So that talks about schools. We've talked a little bit about what employers might get out of this. Bahar, you've put together many of these events yourself. What does it take to run a hackathon, and what can you do to make sure that if you want to run one, it's more successful?
Yep. Well, you and I both have put a lot of hackathons together. I think first and foremost, it's plan ahead and start coordinating the event way ahead of time. As we have been discussing, when it comes to hackathons, there's a short amount of time involved. There's a lot of expensive time material goes into the event that you wanted to plan ahead. So one of the first things you wanted to do is to start communicating and start sorting out details ahead of the time, and try to think like the students, because you want to make sure they have a smooth experience. You want to make sure they enjoy the experience at the same time. So you want to think that if I'm a student that I want to solve this problem, I want to be part of these hackathons, what are the things that I might be facing, and try to work them in advance. So when it comes to the time of the hackathon, you have a very nice and comfortable and enjoyable event to experience. And having said that, Tyler, as a last question, as someone who has been presenting the industry and been participating in such events, I want to know what it takes to bring these events to the next level, what us as an industry can do to be more connected with the academic and industry.
Great question. We've talked about a lot of things here, and especially, maybe some people are sitting there in the audience thinking, well, running events, if I want to run my own hackathon, that sounds really complicated. That's totally fair. There are so many ways that the industry can get involved. It could be running your own events. It could be sponsoring events. But the easiest thing for anyone in the audience to do right now, if you're sitting there thinking this sounds cool, what we need you to do is be a mentor. Volunteer for these events, because the way that these hackathons work, it's not like a class. It's not like a workshop. We can't have one person standing in the front of the room teaching the entire time. What we need is people who have day in, day out experience doing the sort of things that the participants of these hackathons want to learn about, and the solving the sort of problems that they want to solve. We need all of you as mentors to start going to these events, sign up and just start to help the students who are going to these events. That's probably the biggest thing that you can do. And I want to tell you, it's probably easier than you think. It doesn't take a lot of experience. It doesn't take much training ahead of time. And oftentimes the volunteer commitments for something like the code days that we run, the minimum volunteer commitment is just 2 hours. So it's very, very straightforward and very approachable no matter what your experience level is. To find events like this, certainly I run many of them and Bahar does as well. And I think we'll put up our contact information in just a moment here. But you can also just, do a Google search for, hackathons in the name of your city, and you'll find a lot of results as well. So really encourage every single person here today, if this sounds fun to you in any way, give it a try, find an event near you. And that's the best way to get started with helping us bring more students into the big data field.
Thank you, Tyler. Volunteering is always an amazing thing to do, especially when it comes to situations like this that it involves helping our future workforce. I'm pretty sure that not everyone is eager to be involved with our hackathons. With having that in mind, if you have any questions for CodeDay, please contact Tyler. If you have any questions with regard to LexisNexis and our side of the board, please feel free to contact me. Thank you, Tyler, and thank you everyone for your time. And I will hand it over back to Flavio. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great, Bahar and Tyler. Very good job. I think it was quite clear to everyone the advantages of doing hackathons and how can they be really leveraged to attract talent. But also, I like to put some emphasis on trying, on being a mentor. Yes, sometimes just dipping your toes in the waters of hackathons and maybe becoming a mentor for a few of them, which is so important because it really helps the flow of the activities and certainly gets you to know a little bit more about how this works. But enough of this, we need to go to our very last segment. And for this very last segment, we have our awards ceremony. So without any more delay, we have here Trish McCall and Lorraine Chapman, who will give us an overview of the awards and who have been the people that were fortunate to receive them. Trish and Lorraine.
Thank you, Flavio, and hello, everyone. Hope you all had a great day attending sessions and have had an opportunity to connect and engage with speakers and your fellow attendees. We are nearing the end of the closing plenary, and Lorraine, you know what that means. We get to finally announce the recipients of the 2022 Hpcc Systems Community Awards and the winners from this year's academic poster competition. Our community has grown substantially in the 11 years we have been open source, and we are proud to see it supported by members who are passionate and dedicated, not only to its success and growth, but also helping to raise awareness about the platform and helping our users learn, understand, and develop their big data analytical skills. While we are grateful to all our members across the wider community, today we want to recognize and honor those who have made a significant impact from their contributions. First up is the Community Recognition Award. In order for our open source community to continue to thrive, we know the importance of building relationships with academia and STEM organizations is key to help teach and mentor young coders about ECL and Hpcc systems platform. It is through this collaboration that gives students the opportunity to work on real-world problems and get to experience what it's like to have a career in the big data analytical field. In return, we see the benefits of how this evolves to not only help drive adoption of the platform, but also in the form of contributions back to the community and acquiring talent for our company. One such example is our partnership with CodeDay. Since 2014, through sponsorship from our Corporate Cares program, our company has facilitated several coding events and workshops, both virtually and across the US. In fact, the Big Data Challenge is now a regular component of CodeDay and has given Hpcc systems and ECL coding exposure to thousands of students. You just heard his talk with Bahar on how using hackathons and big data challenges over the years have been such a huge success in driving student interest in Hpcc systems. So, congratulations to Tyler Menezes on being the 2022 Hpcc Systems Community Recognition Award winner. We are thrilled to see the level of student engagement as a result from these events and from your efforts and what it brings to the community. I know Bahar and the team, as well as Monica Garrett and many of our volunteers who have participated in these events, are very happy to see you recognized. So thank you, Tyler, for your continued support and strong advocacy for HPCC systems and offering a place in tech for everyone. Next is the HPCC Systems David Cann Ambassador Award. Our own RELX and LexisNexis Risk Solutions colleagues play a critical role in helping our community stay informed, educated, and assisting them as needed when working on their own HPCC system solutions. With cloud native being top of mind these days, not only for us, but also for our community members, it is imperative that our users get the support they need and quickly get answers to questions they have to help their own journey to the cloud. Our next award winner joined LexisNexis Risk Solutions in 2013, and in recent years has been focusing on cloud solutions for HPCC systems development. And while our own cloud native platform was still very much under development, this support and determination from this individual to seek out solutions to help our team and early adopters get up and running was invaluable. As our platform evolved, this person just seemed to know exactly how to adapt to changes, and having the knowledge of all things cloud quickly earned the title as the go-to person on the team to speak to, especially for our academic collaborations. Having this specific experience and knowledge has helped cloud-related projects move forward faster and more efficiently, not only contributing expertise, but also acting as a mentor since 2019, suggesting many cloud projects suitable for interns to complete. And when it comes to mentoring, being an overachiever is an understatement. While most mentors take on 1 or even up to 3 students a year, last year when we were at the height of our cloud native development journey, this record breaker directly mentored 5 students working on cloud projects, while also being available to others using the new platform. Whether busy in the cloud or busy in the robotics lab helping his daughter and other students, it is my pleasure to announce this year's Ambassador Award goes to Senior Consulting Software Engineer from Boca Raton, Florida, Ming Wang. Congratulations, Ming, and thank you for your time and effort in helping our students and the community. And now I'll turn it over to Lorraine to share any comments on our 2 community award recipients, as I know you've worked closely with both Tyler and Ming over the years. And then we'll move on to announce the winners of the poster competition.
Thank you, Trish, for giving me an opportunity to chip in a bit here, because both of our community award winners are very supportive of our intern program. Tyler has told me in the past that our program is one of very few that accepts high schoolers. So it's wonderful to work together to align these complementary experiences for young technologists. There are many, many young people whose careers will benefit from the work you do with CodeDay, Tyler. And we at LexisNexis are already starting to actively benefit from that talent pool, not only in the form of contributions to our open source platform for our CodeDay participants joining our intern program, but also in our own workforce. In 2020, a quarter of our interns came from CodeDay, and one of those students, Ellie Carl, returned in 2021 to complete a second internship with us, and she is now a LexisNexis Risk Solutions Group employee. I also feel very fortunate to work with colleagues like Ming, who are equally supportive of the intern program. Ming probably would not expect to be presented with this award. He would most likely consider what others see as his unfailing commitment to the enduring success of the platform and his unconditional support of our team and our users as simply just part of his role on the team. But what he does is so much more than that. It's not just about how he freely gives his time or how he becomes so invested in helping others, that it is clearly an extension of his own interest and curiosity and desire to make the platform as good as it can be, or even his investment in the learning of our interns and the research projects carried out by our academic collaborators. It's also about the way he does all this. Our team and our users respect his knowledge, they trust his experience, and they value his support. So I just want to say a big thank you to Tyler and Ming for all you do in supporting the Hpcc Systems open source community. So now we're going to move on to look at the 2022 poster contest. This is the 7th year we've been running this contest. It's been incredibly successful in 2022, with 26 entries smashing our 2021 total of 18 entries. There are 3 slides, students, so I will give you a chance to see them all while I introduce the contest. We had participants from 4 continents, from Europe and Asia and North and South America, who presented posters on a huge variety of topics, from platform enhancements, machine learning algorithms, research topics, and use cases and documentation. We know Hpcc systems and our machine learning library have the ability to help provide information and solutions for global problems. So if you didn't get a chance to go and look at the posters, do go to wiki.hpccsystems.com to find out more about the research that students have been doing in areas, for example, water potability, colon cancer diagnosis, underwater mine detection, anomaly detection on the Bitcoin network, causality, or find out what our interns have been doing to improve the platform in areas like the ECL code documentation generator, providing test code for bundles, adding MongoDB to our list of supported embedded languages, amalgamating disparate documentation about data patterns, and helping to establish and extend our NLP capabilities. Also, learn about what the intern program in Brazil has been doing to provide insights into local issues, such as classifying the standard of life insurance providers, evaluating inconsistencies in government databases, and feelings detection in social media posts, or projects of direct relevance to the platform, such as log monitoring in the cloud, or using the k-means algorithm efficiently. I'm sure by now you're getting the picture that this is much more than a poster contest. It's a wonderful showcase of all the hard work and dedication of the students who are using our platform to enhance their knowledge and experience of technology and data science. So now that you've heard a little about the content of some of these posters, perhaps you are also now getting a good idea of the challenging job our judges may have in deciding the overall winners. So here are our judges. We like to have a varied panel of judges, with each bringing a unique perspective to the table. Dawn leads a team of software engineers and has a business perspective of using Hpcc systems. James is a member of the platform team, so brings his technical knowledge of the platform, particularly third-party connectors such as Spark. Alan is a long-time user of Hpcc systems and an ECL power user. And Vanel was an intern with us in 2019 and 2020. He has entered this competition himself. He won a prize for his anomaly detection poster in 2019, and he is now an employee of one of our business partners, DataSeers. So the judges evaluate the resources in the wiki, and they watch the 5-minute video presented by each student. We then bring the students and the judges together in Q&A sessions, where each judge gets to ask each student 2 questions. And this is what is going on in the image on the right here. Then they have to make their decisions, scoring students by considering the originality of the project and relevance to the platform and open source community, the organization and visual appeal of their poster, and how successfully their ideas were communicated in the presentation and also in the Q&A sessions. So these are the awards we are presenting today. The first 4 awards are decided by our judging panel, and the Community Choice Award is decided by you, attendees of our Community Day Summit. If you did take the chance to vote, you will have voted for your top 3 favourite posters. And now we're going to move on to the big reveal. We're going to start with the winner of the best poster in the data analytics category. Our judges have decided that the winner of this award is Ananya Gupta, who is studying a PhD in human-centered computing at Clemson University. Ananya joined the Hpcc Systems intern program in 2022 to complete this project and was mentored by David DeHilster. Ananya tells us that the web presence of the Nepali language is very limited and what is available is incomplete. Her project aim was to develop a parser and analyzer to build a knowledge base for Nepali words. Using Hpcc systems, she built a dictionary record structure from Wiktionary data. She also sent out a press release and created a Facebook page to encourage others to contribute to this large project, which will run on into the future. Many, many congratulations to you and Anya on winning this award. Now, let's find out who the judges decided should receive the award for the best poster in the platform enhancement category. And this award goes to Jack Del Vecchio. Jack is a bachelor student studying computer engineering at the Miami of Ohio University. Jack completed this project during his Hpcc systems internship, and his mentor was Dan Camper. It's always great to see new contributions that allow users to connect with Hpcc systems using third-party products and languages like MongoDB. So now let's find out who the judges decided should receive the Best Poster Award in the research category. And the winner is Shravya Dasu. So Shravya is a bachelor student studying computer science and engineering at the RV College of Engineering in India. Shravya's project is one that she chose herself to support her ongoing studies at RVCE. Her idea is to develop a visualization tool using the Hpcc Systems Machine Learning Library and Visualization Bundle to track the increase of water contaminants over time, which will allow governments and other organizations to monitor and detect issues so they can put in place measures to rectify problems and protect people from illness and disease. So many congratulations to you also, Shravya, on winning this award. So now we're moving on to the winner of the final award that is chosen by our judges. And this is for the best poster in the use case category. The winner of this award is Sarvesh Prabhu. Sarvesh is a junior at Lambert High School in Georgia. He completed this project during his Hpcc systems internship, and his mentor was Bob Foreman. Sarvesh's project is a great use case for our machine learning library, and specifically the GNN bundle. The medical images were collected using a pill that is swallowed by the patient and can be analyzed quickly to help speed up the process of diagnosing the root cause of gastrointestinal issues. It's a pretty remarkable project that has great scope for further development, as well as the future potential to save lives. So many congratulations to you, Sarvesh, on winning this award. I'm now going to hand back to Trish, who's going to announce the winner of our 2022 Community Choice Award.
Thank you, Lorraine, and congratulations to all our winners so far. These are such novel and innovative use cases and ways to use our platform, just truly amazing. And now to announce the final winner in our awards ceremony. This is the third year where our community votes on their favorite poster in the competition. And as Lorraine stated earlier, it certainly was a tough job for our judges. And I know it must have been a tough choice for our attendees to choose among all the posters that we have seen from our academic participants. For the past 2 weeks, the votes have been coming in, and I want to thank everyone who contributed in choosing the top winner. So the results are finally here. This year's Community Choice Award winner goes to Natalia Ribas for her poster on Hpcc systems log monitoring in the cloud. Natalia is a second-year computer engineering student at Federal University of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Her work speaks to the importance of log monitoring and analysis and how critical of a role they can play in your cloud environment. Often seen as a challenge, her study explores how log analysis can be implemented effectively in a cloud containerized solution using Hpcc systems and the log filtering, management, and visualization tools Elasticsearch and Kibana. Presented in a breakout session earlier, Rodrigo Pastrana actually made reference to Natalia's dashboard design, suggesting an optimal approach to facilitate visualization of your log data. Congratulations, Natalia, and thank you for such a great contribution I know our community will benefit from using. Natalia is also currently working on her undergraduate research with support from Alison Oliveira and Hugo Watanuki. I know both they, along with all of the community who voted, are excited to have her win this award. So before we close out our awards ceremony, Lorraine and I want to say a big congratulations to all of our award winners. The poster presentations are such a huge part of what makes our annual community summit a success. And each year, we see a record number of participants and truly remarkable work demonstrated on these posters. Anything more to add, Lorraine?
Well, this is just a great collection of winners in 2022. I want to just say my congratulations to Natalia on winning the Community Choice Award. I'd also, from the poster perspective, like to say thank you to all of our judges who did a great job at having to look through 26 different posters and coming up with some wonderful comments and questions and answers for our students. So thank you so much, and congratulations to Tyler and Ming as well.
Thank you, Lorraine. So now I'd like to turn things back to Flavio for any comments before closing out this exciting day.
Thank you, Trish. This was just great. It is amazing how much good material we got in those awards and those posters. Of course, all of these people are very well deserving of this recognition. We have people that have been driving the community, like Ming, certainly, and everyone else that have been pushing to generate excellent content for this conference, and certainly posters that have been top-notch. For the selection process, the judges even had a hard time trying to decide which ones will be the ones with the award. So everyone has been really, really, really good. And of course, Tyler, with all of his efforts driving HPC systems and ECL across the CodeDay community and the vast community of students and people that want to start a career into technology but don't know how to do that. He's been instrumental in driving those lives positively, and of course, spreading the word on HPC systems and ECL. But not everything ends here. We have still one more award, and this award is to someone who has been a real protagonist on this community. She's been involved with many of the different aspects that the community is typically engaged with, certainly around all of the academic efforts. She's been also involved with our internship program, and she's been always right there, engaging with software developers in HPC Systems platform, engaging with academic partners, and engaging with the students, and helping us always succeed in every one of these initiatives. And certainly her presence has been always very well felt, at least from this side, for every one of these community events, where a lot of the things that she did throughout the year crystallize in things that we see here as success stories. And since you're probably already wondering who this person is Lorraine Chapman. Lorraine, thank you very much for everything that you do. And we want to present you with this Lifetime Award because you've been instrumental to this community for more than a decade and have been engaged with HPC Systems for 20 years now, more than 20 years. So thank you very much. And I hope this is a good way for you to remember everything you've done and for you to understand how much success you brought to our community. And now, to close with a few little items for the next few days. First of all, remember that there is a workshop that is going to happen every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, in the morning, Eastern time, of course. And if you haven't registered, we will have the link in the chat, so you need to register there and attend it. It is very good. It's based on the series of books from Richard Taylor, one of our also core people in our community. And of course, if you couldn't watch every one of these sessions, and nobody could because many of them happen in parallel across all of the breakout sessions, there will be also recordings available. Just go to the main portal, and from there you can see the link to the YouTube channel for the HPC Systems event. All of these recordings will be there. You can watch all of these as many times as you want, but certainly don't miss the ones that you couldn't watch today. This is Again, an event driven by the community, for the community, and all of this content is always really top-notch. So it's worth looking at it, even if you do it after the fact. Be safe and stay connected. And above all, stay engaged in the community. Thank you.